Gwen Stefani, Blake Shelton allegedly keeping their split a secret from fans. Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton, allegedly, split shortly after the former celebrated her birthday. But they're keeping it under wraps for fear of disappointing their fans. According to In Touch Weekly, the couple has been having so many problems since the start of the lockdown. And instead of getting closer to each other, Stefani and Shelton found themselves bickering non-stop. And after Stefani celebrated her 51st birthday on October 3, the singer, allegedly, expected that Shelton would finally propose to her. However, the day went by and she didn't get a ring on her finger. As such, the No Doubt singer, allegedly, became enraged with Shelton that she confronted him about their plans. Shelton told Stefani that he's scared to tie the knot again because he's been married before and it failed. However, Stefani couldn't care less about Shelton's worries because the one thing that she wants most is for them to tie the knot. And the fact that the couple has been dating for 5 years and they're still not engaged is not helping. Stefani is pressuring Shelton to propose to her, but the more that she does this, the more difficult it is for the country singer to go down on one knee. Shortly after their confrontation, Stefani, allegedly, walked out on Shelton. And for some reason, the voice coach expected that Stefani would come running back to him after realizing what she had done. However, Stefani no longer looked back. So, Shelton found himself begging Stefani not to leave him because he realized just how much he missed her. And the country musician also, allegedly, realized that he'd taken Stefani for granted. So, he vowed to never let her go again if she'd get back together with him. Shelton, allegedly, called Stefani on the phone non-stop to beg her to come home. And he also asked for her forgiveness. Stefani couldn't immediately forgive Shelton because she still wants him to propose to her. According to the source, this is something that Shelton might finally do if Stefani agrees to fix their relationship. However, one should take the tabloid's claims with a grain of salt. According to Gossip Cop, Stefani isn't pressuring Shelton to propose to her. And she didn't also walk out on him following a heated argument over their engagement. As such, there's no reason for Shelton to run after Stefani because the two never split. Blake Shelton begging Gwen Stefani to leave Hollywood? Are Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton at odds over where to live? That's the story one tabloid is pushing this week. Gwen Stefani being pressured by Blake Shelton to move to Oklahoma? This week, Life and Style reports Cali girl Gwen Stefani is reluctant to give in to her new husband Blake Shelton's pleas to settle down in Oklahoma. While the couple tied the knot on their Oklahoma ranch, the newlyweds were spotted back in Los Angeles only days after the wedding. An inside source explains, most of Gwen's work is based in LA, and it's close to Las Vegas, where her residency is starting up again this fall, adding, plus, her family is in Cali. As much as she loves the country, Hollywood is her true home. While the couple has settled back into their 13,000-square-foot LA mansion, Shelton is putting pressure on Stefani to make the move permanently to Oklahoma. Since the wedding, he's been putting more pressure on her than ever before to move to Oklahoma full-time. The insider dishes, he's desperate for the two of them to leave the Hollywood scene behind. He thinks his ranch is the perfect place to start their new life as a married couple. And so he's basically begging Gwen to relocate. But the tabloid insists Stefani is not having it. She had a great time in Oklahoma during the lockdown, but now that everything is opening up again Gwen can't see permanently moving so far away from her family. The tipster muses, she's happy with their living arrangements as they are. And to be honest, Blake's pushiness is really starting to annoy her. The outlet alleges Shelton is even offering to renovate guest houses for Stefani's family to come and live. The snitch goes on, he keeps making all these promises, just to get her to move there. Finally, the source notes, Gwen has hinted that she'll spend more time in Oklahoma for his sake, but she's getting tired of all the pressure. Gwen Stefani annoyed with Blake Shelton's constant begging to leave LA? So, is it true Stefani and Shelton are constantly fighting about where to live? We doubt it. Since Shelton and Stefani got together, their living situation has been a hot topic in the tabloids. But the truth is, there's no evidence that it's been a point of tension in their relationship. While the tabloid does note that Stefani's career keeps her in LA, the same can be said for Shelton. Between releasing his own music and his senior position on The Voice, Shelton still has many ties to California as well. The only ones who know what the future holds for Stefani and Shelton are the couple themselves. Also, the couple likely talked about where they'd be living before they got married. It's bizarre to suggest this is only becoming an issue now that they've tied a knot. Instead of allowing the newlyweds to enjoy the first few weeks of their marriage, the tabloid decided to insinuate drama. It's clear there is nothing here but speculation, and it's likely that Shelton and Stefani are doing just fine. The tabloid on Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani. We wouldn't trust anything Life and Style has to say about Shelton and Stefani's relationship. Back in 2019, the outlet claimed the couple had a secret wedding ceremony on Stefani's 50th birthday. Then, the tabloid reported that the couple was secretly married again, this time alleging they announced they were having a baby. And just last year, the publication tried once more, insisting that this time they were expecting twin boys. Since none of these reports amounted to anything, we doubt they're really fighting about where to live either. It's obvious the tabloid has no real insight into their relationship. Oklahoma. While the couple tied the knot on their Oklahoma ranch, the newlyweds were spotted back in Los Angeles only days after the wedding. An inside source explains, most of Gwen's work is based in LA, and it's close to Las Vegas, where her residency is starting up again this fall, adding, plus, her family is in Cali. As much as she loves the country, Hollywood is her